Good day everyone who is gonna be watching this video. Today is the one of the days when I have completed the assignment 2, which has been assigned for the work. And today I'll be going over some details which have been brought for it and what I have to do for it. For the part A, which consists of creating a skull file txt and making some basic functions. It also had to include the random numbers and three random signs, which are going to be present as the operators. I'm going to be going over the code on the following part A, and hopefully it'll be operational again. First of all, according to the comments, I have imported the random and the string. These two libraries allow me to do much more with the code. And if we do the run cell, it operates pretty much normally and seems to be working out good. Next up, we've got the request that we connected to the Google Colab, which I have done, and it is operational and attached to it. It will allow me to generate the files inside of my drive where I'm going to be able to do lots of things involve the txt files. Next up, I've got the actual code, which has to be manually done. And like details show file called score.txt. Check if it has anything or not. Welcome to your math game. If you have to run the code before, it should specify that the score saved into the file. Happy to meet you again. Your last score was so and so. Make sure to check all the passable errors. Here we go. So if you run it, welcome to your math game, meaning that the file is created and it's empty. A little detail about the code. The score file, meaning that the score.txt, that's the declaration of the score.txt under such name. Then the score is being bred by the red line, and then if the len, which is score, is equal to 0, the print statement of welcome to your math game is being displayed. Also, max score integer score, which means that if there is any score, it will display that happy to meet you again. Your last score was so and so. Then accept exception as E, meaning that if there is going to be some errors involving this, it will be displaying something of this nature, meaning that if there is going to be no file present, the error will display error will be 2, meaning that if the error is going to be 2, the following statement will be issued and the following file will be created. Unfortunately, due to a little glitches of a system, the second condition, which is this, has been applied to it, hence why the score has been deleted from the whole entire system. Unfortunately, that was the case, and hopefully it was not to happen again. Next step was to define a global max score as 0, and it has been declared. If we run it, it's all operational and all good. The following bigger part of the all is the code where I have designed the actual process of making the changes in the actual randomizer part. Well, here we go. We have imported from random import the following commands, which allow me to utilize the randit and random. Because without this, as the practice has shown, on the Colab system, it creates a lot of errors. So hence why it is better to do this following. Then my math test is being declared as the A and B, the two variables which are going to be used for the math, then operators, the following operators like requested over here, and operations random to 0 to 2, meaning that the operations will be excuse me, that the one of the random numbers will be applied with two random numbers from 1 to 10 will be applied on both the sides. then the user inputs was the result of such and such. Then answer equals 0, meaning that the actual answer is neither. If the operator equals to plus, the answer will be such. Negative, such. Multiplication, such. Then the global max score is being declared, meaning that the whole variable is going to be saved into the max score as of now. And if the integer user input equals the answer, it prints out the statement, congratulations, you're the pro, and adds 1 point into the system. Also, the correct answer is such. Let's try another question. And 1 point gets deducted. And like this one suggests, the max score again has been declared as the 0. Not sure why I have left it there, and hopefully it's not going to be the issue, so I delete it quickly. So let's see if this works. It passes the check, meaning that all is good. Next up, we've got define the infinite loop using a true as the condition and call it for the first statement inside the loop, meaning that this whole code is going to be ran into the cell, like it says. While true, my math test. Next question input, do you want to continue? Meaning that the user will be prompted to one question, and then afterwards the user will be asked if he wishes to continue this whole entire section again. If the next question equals y or next question is equals y with lowercase, continue. And then break. Then the user will be asked to will be displayed. Thank you for playing. You got such and such. Well, here's the example of how it's going to be working. So the answer is 4. And let's say yes. Let's, for example, say the wrong answer. Okay, sorry, it was me who actually did the correct answer. Here, for example, 24. There. The correct answer is 20. Let's try another question. And the point is getting deducted from the system, meaning that if I want to continue, I will be continuing. Let's try one more to show that it actually works. This is 0, and let's say no. The score is 2 because 1 over here, 1 over here, minus 1 over here, and yeah, because of that, it's operational. And then the last point is save the achieved score into txt file, which it does get saved. Then also, the second part is what we've got here is the creation of the quadratic formula. So first of all, it's being prompted to ask for the welcome greeting message towards it. Then the quadratic expression is being printed out. Also, afterwards is going to be user enter such, such, and such. Well, here we please enter the value for A, which is 1. B is 5. C is 6. And over here is it's being printed out the information and the variables I have given it to it. Or here define a function called discriminant and that receives A, B, C, and calculates discriminant. This simple formula is doing all the tricks, and like over here an example, it passes without any problems and checks out. Then the next use of above function in the following part, if discriminant is positive, we get 2 real solutions, which are x1, x2. Make sure to calculate such and such. Here is the code for it. Import math, import from math import, again, because it allows us to use a lot of different things here. If discriminant is equal to 1, it will be such and such. If discriminant is equal to 0, it will be displayed, got a real 1 solution, which is x1. As of the if it's equal to 1 or higher, we'll get 2 real solutions, which are x1 and x2. And if discriminant is lesser than 0, discriminant is negative, and we've got a pair of complex solutions. The code operational, and it seems to be working fine and good. For the last part, we have the save to above to sorry, to save the above to stuff and two messages, my bad. And here we save them inside the quad EQ txt was the write permission, and the lines declaration of these two variables, which are getting saved, was open as f for line and lines, write, and it passes by, meaning all is operational and good to go. I thank you all for watching this little tutorial video, and hopefully you have enjoyed it. Thank you and have a nice day.